Welcome back to Witches and Wizards. And today, apparently, Max has a crazy, wild, fun topic for us today.
No, this is going to be our least listened to episode. I'm going to autism dump on your ass.
Fuck yeah. I love autism dumps, dude. Let's fucking go.
So, Caleb, we met in
Yes.
college, right?
We did.
Do you remember much of what I did in college other than like go to class?
Which you barely did from the get-go,
Yeah.
but sure.
My dad listens to this, don't say that.
Sorry, Brad.
Do you know what my extracurricular was?
Oh shit. Yes, you were on the rodeo team.
I was.
See, I'm a good friend and I listen to you. Yeah.
That's common knowledge, but
Shut the fuck up.
okay.
Let me have this one, god damn it.
No. You're
Okay.
white. No.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. Wow, during
maybe
Black
this
History
might
Month.
prove. Did you say White History Month?
I said Black History Month.
It's not even Black History Month. I'm really sorry to tell
Yeah,
you
this is gonna release in March probably, which is a big rip.
It is March.
But it's during Women's History Month.
Yeah, you said
How dare you make fun of me?
you do have the tits of a woman. Anyway.
Wow. I'm gonna take that as a compliment, you know. They're
Anyway.
good. Subscribe to the Patreon, maybe, and you can see them.
If we get
one at a time,
five subscribers on Patreon, we will put Caleb in
I'll
the
put my
slave
feet.
Leia outfit.
Oh shit, that's a fucking goal. Hell yeah.
We'll have his wife do his hair and everything.
Absolutely not, dude. Oh my god, the wig. Would you have a lace front wig? Would Naomi do that? I think she would.
I think she would happily do it.
She would happily do it, especially
if not. I know how to install
if we
a wig.
were paying her to do it. If we had like actual money from the also,
we'll use the funding to get the outfit and lace front wig.
No, 100%.
We've gotten off track. I grew up like riding horses, doing rodeo, show jumping, equitation. I would do like the expensive, fancy, like 3-day long competitions.
Oh, so y'all had shmoney, or you were just like had new people who owned horses?
We had our own horses. A lot of our money went towards me and my siblings' hobbies.
That's cute.
I think each of them were generally around the same price because my sister was a cheerleader and my brother did every sport he could.
Damn.
But
well, good for y'all.
Yeah, but now, since I'm not able to do that anymore, I spend a lot of my time actively seeking out video games, which I can still have a semblance of my old life. And where I can ride and potentially take care of horses, excuse me.
Oh.
So today I'm going to be talking about like horses and popular video games. I'm not going to talk about the games I'm playtesting because I don't think people will care. Yeah.
Okay. Horses.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anything
specific or just horses in general? Like
I've got my notes here. I'm just gonna kind of go down the line and elaborate.
Max is holding up an entire
like 12-inch stack.
It's like an 8x11 notebook page, and it's front and back, single space. We are about to lock in for the next hour about.
This has been my
horses.
Special interest since I can remember. So
well, hell yeah, dude! You let me lore dump about Warhammer to you for like an hour straight last week.
I'm gonna try to not go into like.
No, dude, go into it.
I'm gonna try and make it as understandable.
We started a podcast so people would listen to us talk,
obviously. And they don't.
And they don't. If you do.
We love you.
We love you for it.
If you don't.
Fuck it, dude. This is the time to lore dump.
Exactly.
I want to hear the weird shit.
I'll start with one we both know and love, Shadow of the Colossus.
Okay.
I'm referencing the PS4 remaster. That's the one I'm most familiar with.
Yeah.
You go around to the bosses, to the Colossi on aggro. She's a big, tall, black horse.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I can talk about the controls with the horses too. It's all right, but kind of with Shadow of the Colossus, the controls and the camera try really hard to be intuitive, and it's not always the smoothest.
Yeah, you could tell it was a PS2 era control scheme.
And plus, it's that studio too. Have you played The Last Guardian?
Yeah.
The camera does the thing too that it does in Shadow of the Colossus.
It's like cinematic camera. It's not like
It is, but it makes gameplay troubling at times.
Yeah, the camera is designed for smooth movement, not gameplay.
Yeah, which is good for cutscenes. It makes it really difficult for combat. But aggro, I love aggro. She's gorgeous. She's simple, like classic black beauty, black stallion, cliche, good horse.
Hell yeah.
They don't. It's a fantasy world, so she's probably not any specific breed, but she looks like some sort of draft or warm blood to me, like a good, sturdy, infallible war type horse. She does turn kind of heavy, which is what leads me to the conclusion that she might be more draft leaning.
Okay.
I don't remember if they have this for the PS4 remaster, but I know for the original you could unlock different coats for aggro for different achievements you did. Like if you beat all the like difficult time trials, you can get like a brown or a white.
That's cool.
I think if you got some sort of ultimate edition, you could get something else. I don't remember. I didn't write notes on that. Also, I'm gonna just not segue, sidebar really quick. I can't cover games I haven't really played that do have horses in them, like The Last of Us, which isn't really a horse-centric game anyway. They're just kind of a vehicle to get you from one mission to another, sort of.
Right. Yeah. It's more of a. I feel like Last of Us horses are more of a cutscene feeling kind of thing anyway, because it's really like you're on rails
during the horse. And I know Ellie has
stuff.
like Shimmer, and Shimmer's like good boy.
Yeah, for sure. Like the horses look great in that game, but I feel like
the mechanics and the movement look really good.
And on the PS5, how the like controller, like you can feel the clopping is really cool, but the horses aren't like a central part of the game, really.
And like Breath of the Wild, I know there's a bunch of different horses in that, but I own the game and have not played more than 5 minutes of it, so I can't say anything about the Breath of the Wild horses.
Yeah, also like Breath of the Wild horses are basically they're all the same horse, just a different texture. So it's like you're not missing much. Once you've rode one horse, at least in my experience, I've played most of that game. You're not really doing anything. Are you still going to talk about Shadow of the Colossus?
That's about all I had for aggro.
Before we move on, I had something I wanted to bring up actually too. So spoilers for Shadow of the Colossus, chat. Rip. But so I love that aggro is a dark horse though, because like the dark horse like literary device.
That sounds familiar.
So it's like the bad guy rides a dark horse. Oh yeah. That's like the classic good guy white horse, bad guy dark horse.
Yeah, and then Wander gets corrupted throughout the game, blah blah.
Yes, exactly. I love that. Actually, at the end of the game, whenever you're trying to like revive the princess and everything, you realize the horrible atrocities you've committed by killing all of these peaceful titans that didn't, or colossuses, sorry,
Colossi.
That didn't deserve anything that you did, and you did it all in vain. And then you have aggro there, and it's like, are we the baddies? It's so good. Yeah. I fucking love that game. It's so fun.
That could be part of it, but again, you have like Black Beauty, Black Stallion.
Yeah, for sure. I just thought it was fun that like ties into the story a little bit. I guess I don't know if that's a trope in like Japan or anything, or if they meant for that, because
there's also Tombstone though, where all the Earps ride like specifically black horses.
Right. What I'm saying is, I don't know if the black horse, like bad guy black horse thing, is specifically a Western phenomenon or like storytelling device, maybe, or if it's a worldly thing. I don't know.
I think it just varies from story to story.
If you know, hey, if we got any listeners who are really in touch with Japanese culture or are Japanese, please let us know if that's a thing. Okay, you could go on. I just want to talk about that.
The thing you mentioned about the horses in The Last of Us kind of wanted to lead me to what I think about Roach from The Witcher.
Oh, hell yeah. Are we getting a Witcher update today?
We are getting a Witcher update. Let's go. Let's see, where am I at right now? I'm in Skellige. I fucked the shit out of Yennefer on a unicorn.
Bro, I'm dead.
Is that a cutscene that a lot of people get?
A lot of people seek it out. For sure. I don't know if a lot of people get it on their first playthrough.
Really?
I don't know. I can't speak to that. I you know what? Hey, all our Witcher fans in the chat, if you got the Yennefer unicorn scene, go ahead and type in the comments. But I feel like that's going to be like 3 people. So
really, okay.
The game came out like 10 years ago. Not a lot of people are playing it anymore. If we'd have asked that question like 2017, we would probably have a comment section.
The Witcher fan base is very devoted.
Right, but not a lot of people are playing it for the first time, is what I'm saying. Like I would guarantee most of the people playing The Witcher 3 today
Hmm.
aren't first time. This is like their, however many playthrough,
I don't know. Like, is there a specific sequence of events you have to do to get that?
I think you just have to seek out the Yennefer romance, and
Oh,
not a lot
okay.
of people did that.
Really?
I
I feel
mean, it's
like,
like, I think it's pretty 50-50 in Witcher 3 between
yeah.
Triss and Yennefer, and that's kind of the point.
I was telling you this the other day. I don't particularly love Triss. Like the energy between Geralt and Triss
Right.
feel very ex boyfriend and girlfriendy. Like they tried to
Definitely.
force it with like the whole maze and the party thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that maze in the party scene is like really like meet
Cornball.
cute. Yeah, cornball. But it's like,
It's cute.
it's
I
cute.
don't I didn't like Triss at first, but she's all right. Like
She's okay.
she's being persecuted during a dark time and trying to rally up a good cause for her people. So a
Hmm.
lot of women who are trying to accomplish something like that are often perceived as obnoxious. And I realize now the error of my ways.
Yeah.
But the chemistry between him and Yennefer, at least in the game, I haven't read the books or watched the show,
Hmm.
is very tangible
Between Tress and Geralt,
between Yennefer and Geralt.
between Yennefer and Geralt.
Like they
Got it,
always
got it,
feel
got
like
it.
they're 2 seconds away from ripping off each other's clothes with their teeth or magic.
Yeah.
Plus, I just generally like Yennefer better. I don't know why. Probably because,
Dark hair. You have dark hair. You like to self insert. Yeah.
well, no, I
Calling you out.
if I had to insert myself in anybody's position, it would be Ha. It would be Geralt.
Y'all didn't see the face I made at Max when she said that. If I had to insert myself, brother, come
I
on.
would Yennefer. I
Yennefer, you'd be
I would
Yennefer.
I no, I would be Geralt because I want Yennefer.
Oh my god.
I want her so bad.
More than Geralt?
God, it's really difficult, man.
That's so funny.
It's
I
so
love that for you.
difficult. If I had my druthers, I would insert myself between them. Be
Boo.
like, guys, don't fight. There's another way we could figure this out.
Bruh. I'm dead.
Anyway,
That's
Roach.
funny.
Or Witcher update. I'm in Skellige. I've been just doing a lot of contracts though because I've been leveling up like crazy.
What level are you?
26.
That's pretty high.
And
You're almost to like end game.
really, I'm at like
It's
I'm in
recommended like
Skellige trying to
the last
investigate the
missions.
Cataclysm site.
Oh yeah, like the last missions are like 30s. Like that's the like recommended level for
But I
those
do have,
quests.
excuse me, I do have both of the DLCs, which I'm very excited to play. I hear they're like the best DLCs in gaming like ever.
They're amazing.
But yeah, going back to my episode, I like Roach. She's a loyal girl. I love her very much. She's a very basic horse model though. This game is 10 years old, so the controls are very janky.
Yeah, it gets a little
Um,
hitchy with like the pathing.
Also, Roach, whenever I'm not on her, will just climb on anything.
Or
Like
when
I,
you whistle for her, she just appears like in a fenced area. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
or she just won't spawn at all.
Yeah.
And then I'll be running her like through a field, and then like a boulder the size of a rock the size of a pie plate will pop up, and she'll like hard stop, like no, like girl. Even
Or
the
do
Red
the
Dead horses
weirdest
can make it
jump
over
over
that.
it. Like a weird wonky jump. Yeah.
And the controls I have to initiate the jump. She doesn't do that automatically.
Mm.
Like if we hit a bridge, she'll stop, and it's like something she could easily run through.
Mm.
Or like trying to jump a gap, and then she like lands in the water underneath, and then she just spawns out,
Right.
leaves Geralt within a bunch of like sirens
Rip.
and drowners.
Drowners are so annoying in that game. It's all right.
They're so annoying. They're so annoying. They're the bang. I hate them.
You just get ganked by a bunch of fucking drowners. You're just turning on a bridge and you're like, God damn it, where do these 8 drowners come from all of a sudden?
And I've
And
got
it's
Roach
every
fully
time.
decked out in good gear, and she'll still toss me.
Yeah. Yeah, you really need the blinders.
I
Like,
have them, and she'll still do it.
damn, I guess just get good.
Uh huh.
Well, I'm glad you're liking The Witcher.
It's super fun. I feel like I've been playing for years to prepare for this game.
I'm just glad you figured out how to fast travel
Yeah.
and how the world map works.
Listen, they throw so much info at you at once.
It's a lot. It's a
I have been
lot.
getting good at alchemy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've started using like potions and oils and stuff.
Oh yeah, dude. That's where it
I've
starts
been
getting
like
fun.
doing my
And the
character tree and everything
concoctions
with the
and shit,
mutagens.
and the tinctures and all that. The like, oh, not the potions and not the oils, but like the thing, like, what is it? The mutagens? Sorry, the
Yeah, I
mutagens?
just said
Yeah.
I've been messing around with those.
Yeah, sorry, my brain. It's a long day.
Sure, buddy. But yeah, I do like The Witcher. Roach isn't as fast as I would like her to be. Other games feel faster, so I do find myself fast traveling a lot, especially in Skellige because that part of the map is really hard to navigate on horseback.
Yeah, it's so rocky. It's like,
And there's like no waypoints.
no.
Either way, still fun. And Skellige is a really pretty part of the map anyway.
Super pretty.
Let's see. Next game I have down is Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah, dude. God. Spoilers for Ghost of Tsushima, I'm assuming.
I don't think so. I'm just
I
talking
mean,
about
are
the
you gonna talking
horses.
about it?
No,
You're not? You're not gonna
no,
bring that up? Okay.
no.
Well then no spoilers.
The horses in Ghost of Tsushima seem as historically accurate as they do as like to the rest of the game.
Really?
Yeah, the horses that they have in Ghost of Tsushima look very indigenous to that region as far as like Asian horses go. This is forever ago, so horses are still evolving. These actually, to me, kind of look like these endangered breeds of horses that hail from that part of the world called, I wrote them down, Kiso ponies or Taishnos.
How do you say that?
Taishno.
Taisho?
I had
Taisho?
to, it's been so long since I've looked at a horse encyclopedia. It looked familiar to me and I had to Google it.
That's cool.
But they're like short, stocky little ponies that are good for basic riding or like carrying carts, as you see them do in the game.
And are the
Um,
Mongolian horses like Mongolian horses or
they're kind of the same like horse model, but they've got different coat colors and stuff that do look a little more accurate to that region, like
and
the
they got the
mainland.
like Mongolian horse armor and stuff.
And Mongolia does have a couple of indigenous horses over there. I'm trying to remember if Perchwalski horses come over there. It doesn't matter. This is about Ghost of Tsushima.
Right.
But a lot of horse breeds that hail from Asia and like the mountain regions of that part of the world look like that. They're very stocky. They tend to get really fluffy. Um, the ones that you ride around are a little more leggy, so they probably took a little bit of liberties with that.
Right.
The animation of the horses gets a little bit fucky sometimes. Like their ankles look a little weird at times that don't move the way horse ankles normally move. I know there's a technical word for it. I'm trying to make it understandable for Caleb,
Yeah, I'm
who's
a
never
layman.
seen a horse.
I don't know how horses work.
But
I don't understand how ankles work, chat.
but honestly, if you don't know what to look for, it looks great. Which it's a gorgeous game
Yeah,
anyway.
you're like a mega horse nerd, so you're like, if
Mm-hmm.
somebody put miniature painting in a
If
game
I
or
see horses in a
something.
movie, I'm judging like the stars of the movie
Right.
on how if they could actually ride or if they've clearly just been stuck on a horse for that day of shooting.
Oh yeah. Did you ever watch the Hobbit movies?
No,
The new ones?
no.
There's this really specifically famous scene where they like CGI in the elves riding on elk, like big elks, or I
Uh-huh.
don't know if it's a moose. I think it's just an elk.
Mm-hmm.
But it's obviously like a Clydesdale horse that the actor's riding on that they just CGI it to look like an elf afterward. But the Clydesdale horse was like not, it was like a huge horse because they
Yeah.
needed a big horse to make the
Yeah.
proportions look right. But the horse wasn't trained well. So during the shooting, like the horse kept moving while he was trying to give a
Yeah.
monologue. And so there's bloopers of the horse like fully turning around and stuff because it's just a Clydesdale. It's like just
They
doing
just
whatever
got
it
the nearest
wants.
Clydesdale they could get over there.
Probably, or I don't know if there's a lot of like well trained Clydesdales.
Have you seen the Budweiser Clydesdales?
Yeah, like the Super Bowl commercial Clydesdales.
Yeah, and they like go on tour and stuff too for
Oh,
like
really?
football games and shit and like parades.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, and plus there's like so many horses that are well trained enough for Hollywood. Have you seen Nope?
I haven't seen Nope, actually.
It's
I
a
know it's a
great
cardinal
movie.
sin for sure.
They
I really want to see it. I never got the opportunity to at theaters, and that's a movie I would
I will
really want
say
to
about
see.
that movie, I don't know if Daniel, what's his last name, Kaluuya?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he got coaching or if he had prior experience or what, but he has a good seat. He's a good writer.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Um, Viggo Mortensen in Lord of the Rings, he bought like almost every horse he ever worked with in his movies.
Right,
Like
yeah.
he
He like
bought a couple
really
of the
likes
horses
him.
from Lord of the Rings. He bought one of the horses from Hidalgo.
Dude, in like 50 years, that's gonna be like a bloodline thing. Like, oh yeah, this horse descended from the horse and returned to the king or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool, dude. Like,
Like Viggo would like get to set at like 5 or 6 in the morning just to hang out with the horse and bond with it so that way they would
really?
shoot better.
Wow.
And then he ended up actually bonding with them.
That's cool. That's really cool. What a Chad. That's a Chad
We love
move.
Viggo Mortensen.
And he like fucking hiked into shit instead of getting dropped off by the helicopter to make it look more realistic.
Right.
Dude is a just Giga Chad. Viggo
Exactly.
Mortensen's
He
that
commits.
motherfucker.
But anyway, Ghost of Tsushima horses. I also like the color variety. I pre-ordered the game, the deluxe version of the game for the golden buckskin horse.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think in the standard colors are like brown, black, and like white. I can't remember if the
Yeah,
white
and that
horse in Ghost
golden
of Tsushima has a
buckskin is
pink
like the
muzzle.
spirit, like golden color.
Kind of, yeah. He's
Yeah,
a lot more vibrant than like a normal buckskin. I'm
right.
Googling right now.
Like a Coors Banquet can that I'm
Just
totally
about.
not holding in my hand right now.
Let's see. Oh yeah, there's also a dapple gray one. There's a white one,
And a
technically gray
dark
because
one.
he has a gray muzzle.
Right.
Fun fact: if you see a white horse but the muzzle is like black or gray, it's technically a gray coat color.
Right.
A horse is only white if it's an albino. You could tell by like pink noses.
And isn't that like a really fatal trait in horses because they get really sick quickly?
That's a thing with a lot of albino animals.
Right. It's like
But
they get
like
skin cancer and
horses
stuff.
are evolutionary disasters, so definitely like albinos and horses are difficult to take care of.
Right. Yeah, I remember hearing something like that. Like a true white horse is almost nearly impossible to find.
Maybe brown wasn't a color choice. It was gray, black, and white, and then there's like brown horses like on the map that you can just find.
Right. Like the wild horses that run around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's cool.
And I named mine Nobu. Every time I play, I name him Nobu.
I think I named mine like the wind or something. I don't know which.
Kaze?
Kaze. Yeah, I knew it
Yeah,
started with a K noise. I just didn't know the word. I almost said karage, like the fucking fried chicken. I'm like, nope, that's not it.
that
That's not
can't
it.
be it.
It's like, nah, I always do the K name.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys, I had to drink my beer.
I drink my beer.
I also love the little like miniature cut scenes you can get with the horses after you like complete a mission.
Oh, yeah, like after each little like quest and stuff,
Yeah,
and they're
like
like
where
laying down and stuff.
the
Yeah,
one with them laying down makes me cry every time. It's so sweet. They're
it is
getting a little
cute.
rest. I
It's
sometimes
so
just let
cute.
them sit there for a few minutes so
Yeah,
they can
and
take a little break.
yeah, and after the quest like end screen goes away, you could just sit
Yeah,
there
you just let it
and
happen,
you could
like
just
enjoy the
let the game
scenery.
keep going and you're just in that moment.
I also like
Oh,
the one.
I need to take a screenshot of that and like use it as a
Oh, it's so
desktop or
cute.
something. Desktop
Um,
wallpaper.
I also like where the horse is being kind of a dick to Jin and he like shoves him with his face and
Oh
Jin's like, the
yeah.
fuck?
I know what I know that exact one you're talking
Because
about. Yeah.
I have a little, or I grew up with like a little pony. Doesn't matter. He was a little shit. I raised him for
Mm-hmm.
the time he was like 6 months old. I loved that horse. He was such a shit. He would always mess with you. He would bite nearly everybody. He would like push you if you weren't feeding him fast enough. He would chase you. I love that horse.
It sounds like you.
How much time are we at?
Oh dude, we're at like 25 minutes.
Okay, cool. That'll give us.
We got plenty of time. You keep going.
Cool. We are at the one that everybody is probably
Oh
expecting.
boy, gee willikers. I wonder if it rhymes with Schmed Red Schmedemption Sue.
It is Red Dead 2. I'm just lumping it in with
Shocker.
like Red Dead 1 and Red Dead Online.
Shocker.
I'll also touch on Red Dead Online as well because they have a lot more breed varieties.
Oh really?
Oh, so many more. Like an additional like 10, maybe more.
Man,
that you can't get in the
I
story
wish
mode.
Rockstar wouldn't have just abandoned Red Dead Online like
There was so
instantly.
much potential.
Really was like they could have kept going, and
Like
it
they
could have
only
been
have
a
like
GTA
4
5
classes
kind
you
of
can
thing.
play as, like bounty hunter,
Yeah,
moonshiner, naturalist, and
I think one was like a hunter or something,
maybe
or explorer or something, or lawman. No, that's
no,
a
that's a
bounty
bounty hunter.
hunter.
It's some sort of trapper or something.
Yeah.
Or there's one where you could like look for artifacts and sell it to this lady
Huh.
who
I didn't
was
know
like
that.
some sort of Romani woman with a traveling cart,
Mm,
like a
that's cool.
collector or something.
That's
But
what's up.
love Red Dead 2. It's my favorite like adult oriented game that has horses in it.
Horse adjacent game.
Yes.
I
There's a
mean, yeah,
lot of
it's a
people who
Wild
play
West
Red
game.
Dead or Red Dead Online just for like the horse aspect.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know
There's a
that.
huge community of people who will set up like virtual trail rides on Red Dead Online where everybody can group up and just like walk the map on your horse.
That is so cute. I
I
did
have
not know
not done
that.
it, but I would like to.
You should do that just for like
I should stream
research.
it for the pod.
That'd be funny. Do it.
I've been thinking about setting up like a Twitch for us to like stream to the
Yeah,
audience.
maybe. That'd be fun. I'd be down.
But I like the variety of breeds, and not just the variety, but the fact that they have their classifications too.
Okay.
Um,
So like break that down for me. What do you mean by that? Because I
there
don't
are
like different like I understand what a different breed means, but what do you mean by classification?
so all the breeds have their own classification. There's workhorses, which they're like loyal and like quick to bond with. Those are like if I remember correctly, that's like an nope, Appaloosa and
Okay, I know that one.
yeah.
Aren't Appaloosas commonly like a cutting horse breed?
No, they're kind of
No?
a little they're like pet do it all.
Oh,
I see
interesting.
them for like Western and English disciplines.
Interesting. Okay.
There's like race horses, which they're like the fastest horses that you can get, but they get fucking scared of everything immediately, like a thoroughbred. They're very hot blooded, so they're very spooky.
Is a draft horse a racehorse?
No, they are. I'm stupid. The workhorses are also the draft horses. I knew I was forgetting them. Like the
Okay,
Ardennes
okay.
you can get, or the Belgians, or the Shires. The
That's the
really
big
big
ones,
fucking
right?
stocky
Is that
ones.
like a Shire? Is it different than a Clydesdale though?
Yeah, the Clydesdale are big, stocky, like cart pulling horses. You can use them for riding, but they're not very fast. They turn slow. This
Right.
goes for like the game and in real life.
You can get a Clydesdale,
I don't think you can get Clydesdales in the games, but you can get a Shire, which is
which is
nearly like a
basically the
sister
same
breed to the
thing.
Clydesdale. They're very similar.
I figured it was when I played it. I figured it was just a Clydesdale, and they were calling it something different. I didn't
No,
realize Shire was a different breed.
they are.
That's
How far
cool.
into the game have you gotten? Have you gone to the hunting mission with Hosea?
I think so. Yeah,
The
I think that's
big
about as far as I
the
got.
big black horse that he gives you is a Shire.
Yes, I do remember that. I got to the third act, and then I'm like,
Yeah,
I moved camps again, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
that's the point.
Yeah,
That's the point.
right.
But anyway, there's also war horses. I have not played the game in like a month or so. I'm sorry, I forget things fast. The war horses are brave, but they tend to be a little bit slower or not as flashy. So, like the Ardennes, which is like a big, stocky horse similar to a Shire, or like the Andalusian, which is like a small, almost pony of a horse, but it's very brave and it'll get the job done.
And they can
Doesn't
take a hit, probably, right? Because they're a war
generally,
horse.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember if there's any other of these classifications within the game, but there's a superior breed, which is just the Arabian. It's a small, dainty little horse. It's super fast. They have insane endurance in the game
Right.
and in real life,
Yeah.
but they will freak out if a rabbit jumps by.
Yeah. I remember when I played Red Dead Redemption 2, there's like this legendary
The white Arabian.
white horse you can get in the like starting area
Mhm,
within the
Lake
snow.
Isabella.
Yeah, I remember catching that one, and that was just the horse I used basically the whole time because it
Yeah.
was so fast. And I
And
built
she
up the
scares at everything,
I
though.
built up the bond with that horse, so I was just like, cool, this is my horse now.
Yeah.
So
Also, contrary to your black horse trope, Dutch
mhm.
has a white Arabian.
Well, yeah,
Count.
because Dutch is a good guy, obviously. Dutch is a hero, obviously. Come on, chat.
Yeah, chat.
Yeah, Dutch is a great person.
He
and
has
it
a
does-
plan.
and does nothing wrong ever. Don't you know?
Exactly. And then, like
It's
I
not like you
mentioned
played
earlier,
Red Dead Redemption 1, like, and you kill Dutch because he was a massive piece of shit or anything like that. Yeah.
spoiler alert for a game that came out, what, 20 years ago?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
And there's also in the online, Red Dead Online, there's multi classes for horses that,
Like crossbreed kind of thing?
not crossbreeds. You can't
Okay.
breed in Red Dead.
Damn, rip. I know you're kicking the air on that one.
You're the one who seems disappointed at, not being able to be a horse fucker.
Brother, what?
Let's see. I have not played Red Dead Online in like ages, so I know
Yeah.
some of the multi. My favorite horse in the whole game, story and online, is the Breton.
The Breton?
Breton.
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 Like the Skyrim race? The Breton?
I haven't played Skyrim.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
But in online you can also get like additional colors and stuff for the horses too, which is very appealing to people who care.
Do you have to like pay real money for that, or can you unlock it?
You can unlock it. You can pay in-game currency for it. You can also cheat and like buy the gold bars to pay for the horses.
Pay for money, yeah.
Let's see. What are some additional breeds that you can get? You can get the Turkmans.
We should play Red Dead Online sometime.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Stream it. Oh, yeah, you can get a gypsy
want.
cob, which look like shires, but like pony size almost. They're like,
so it's just like a miniature shire proportions.
It's bigger than a pony, but smaller than your average horse, in my experience.
What's the use case for that?
They're very showy. In the real world, they're used for like dressage, which is like the horse ballet, or like fancy carriage stuff.
Like at medieval times, whenever they're like doing all the like stuff.
Not really. They have like the super hairy feet called feathers. So they're very flashy. They're almost always like black and white paint like colors.
Right.
So they're very pretty. They're notorious for having really long manes and tails. Oh. So they're like very storybook picture pretty.
Like braided mane and shit. Yeah. That's cool.
You can get Norfolk Roadsters, which is actually a breed I don't know a whole lot about.
Okay.
In real life. You can get Criollos, which are American bred horses. They're very hardy, like good workhorses.
That's cool.
Let's see. Another good racehorse in the game is the Turkmen.
Is that from Turkey?
I believe so.
The Turkmen, or how do you say it?
Turkmen.
Turkmen.
I'm probably mispronouncing that.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
Well, dude, I don't know any better than you do. Shit.
I've lived in the suburbs for a while. I'm brushing up on this.
You're good.
If I remember correctly, in real life, Turkmens their numbers are very low.
Like they're endangered kind of thing?
Kind of, sort of. You can get different colors of thoroughbreds. You even get some native horses in the games that everybody knows, like Nakotas and Mustangs. Right. Whenever I usually replay the game, I like to put Arthur on a draft horse, like a Shire, or a Mustang. I think Arthur looks good on a Mustang.
And one thing you get just like the proportions, or why is that?
Like Arthur looks like proportionally better on a Shire to me, or the Mustangs are small, but I don't know. I like the design of the Mustangs. They have like little feathery feet. And one thing I've noticed with the Mustangs that I haven't gotten with other horses I've played on is if you're riding your Mustang through town, people will compliment you on the horse.
Really?
NPCs will be like, that's a beautiful horse as you walk by.
I think that happens with the like legendary Arabian too.
Okay.
They might be like a legendary horse. Maybe there's that.
Mustangs aren't legendary status though.
Can you get a legendary Mustang?
I don't think so. You can get like coat colors that aren't as common for some horses. Like I was able to catch a wild American paint my last playthrough.
I could have sworn that
like
that happens on my Arabian as well, but maybe it's just you play the game more than me, so obviously I'll take your word for it. I don't remember
getting that with the white Arabian. I think
that's interesting. Maybe the developers prefer Mustangs.
I didn't play with her very long. That's like the classic all-American horse. Like Mustangs, the Mustang is the horse a lot of people think of whenever they think of wild American horses.
Wasn't that like the Comanche's horse for the most part?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not a big expert on Native American history.
That's fair.
There were also a good number of relatively indigenous horses. The original horses came from Asia and crossed over on the Bering Strait millions of years ago.
With Native Americans, right?
maybe. I think they also just went.
Right, but I'm saying, like, at the
Kinda.
same time,
Yeah,
they migrated over from Asia.
exactly.
Right.
And then there's like Nakotas. I think Appaloosas were also specifically bred kind of northwest, Midwest America by the Nez Perce
Oh, wow.
Native Americans,
I
excuse
didn't
me.
realize.
Remembering this from like a textbook I had a long time ago.
That's cool.
But there's a lot of options. I like all the colors. I like that they have different like stats and behaviors and classifications and like different things you can do with them. Excuse me, I had an itch. I also like the bonding system.
Yeah.
Like the more you ride around and pet and take care of the horse, the more bonded you get to it, the more stuff you can do with it. Like you can unlock like
Horse
rearing,
drifting.
drifting,
Which I
which
was
is
like, what the fuck?
insane.
That's so silly. Horse,
You
yeah, let me
can
drift this bitch around the
you
corner.
can do that with horses in real life, but
Really?
that generally tends to be like within reining and stuff.
Because they just slide on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So funny.
It's like doing a hard stop, but they keep on moving their legs and just letting their back feet kind of coast.
Huh.
And
So
there's
weird.
other disciplines and other countries that do stuff like that, but Red Dead kind of exaggerates it some.
Right, obviously, yeah. I remember when I first unlocked that, I was just drifting around corners. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
It's very nifty though.
It is nice when you're like really trying to get the fuck out of Dodge, like you
Mm-hmm.
rob a bank or something, you're like, go, go, go.
Cool. And also, there's other stuff you can do once you get more and more bonded. Like, the random events that you can get into with NPCs.
Yeah.
There occasionally comes a point where this guy's like, "Oh, help me! I need directions," and you stop and talk to him, and he grabs you and yanks you off your horse and like
Oh
fucks
yeah,
off with
that's
it.
happened to me. That's happened to me.
But if you are bonded with your horse enough, you can whistle for it to come back, and he'll toss the guy and come back to you.
Really, I would have
It's
never
it's
thought to
so
do that.
good,
That's so funny. That's
which I really
hilarious.
like. And then yeah, there's also the wild horse mechanic that they spawn in different parts of the map,
Right.
and like different breeds and groups spawn in different parts of the map and in different like states or whatever, quote unquote.
Oh, like area. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
states, right. Yeah.
and they have like different travel habits and everything. If you're looking to actively catch one with like a specific coat color and breed, you can like camp overnight, and they have a place usually where they spawn in the morning, and you can like go search for them, and they're generally in that area.
That's cool. That's so fucking specific.
Dude, Red Dead is so intricate. There's so much to admire about
It's
it.
ridiculous. It's like I love that you could literally like track the migration patterns of horses, but you can't jump into a poker game like through the second story. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you come out of stealth during a mission, it just game over, restart the mission. It's nuts.
Yeah,
It's that like cognitive dissonance between do whatever you want and then
but not like
no,
that.
not like that. Don't play with my toys like that. No, you got to play with
I
it
wish
like
you could
this.
do more with the wild horses at Red Dead Online, like make a living like catching and breaking and bonding them, so that way they're better
And
trained
like
and then make a
selling
buck
them.
off them.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
pretty
kind of
cool.
do that in the story mode, but you don't make a lot of money.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't. Yeah,
like you can tame wild horses and make that your
I
mount,
mean that makes sense. That's like what you do with the
and then the more
Arabian.
bonded
Is
you
the
are with,
Arabian technically a wild
yes,
horse? Oh,
but she's a very high quality horse. So once you're more bonded with her, you can sell her for like a lot of money. If
right.
you just catch some sort of Kentucky saddler off the side of the road and get it to level 4, you're probably going to make like 10 Western dollars.
Woo, we're rich.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. You know how many bats I can buy with that? 2
Bats?
baths.
Baths.
Like, getting a
Oh,
handy
the
in a
luxury
bathtub.
baths.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Like the whole, do you need some help, mister?
Yeah, I do. I need some help in here. Mm-hmm. Is that a
Also,
good? Is that a
unrelated.
bad Arthur?
Unrelated, you can bang all the strippers you want in Grand Theft Auto, but you can't get a handy in the bathtub in Red Dead.
Hey, we got honor. Okay. It's so stupid. I love that.
I guess in the game, like Arthur is grieving and then John's married, so like I guess.
Yeah, like that's ever stopped him. John.
Yeah.
I guarantee you money, John. That fucked around, found out for sure. There's no
I
way.
don't know. Abigail would have literally shot him in the street like a dog in the
You
middle of
know what?
Blackwater.
That is so fair, actually. I don't know. He just seems the type.
Abigail does not take shit.
She don't.
There's a lot of you can eavesdrop on several of her and John's like conversations in camp. And
Uh
multiple times she just full blown like slaps the shit out of him, like
huh.
snap.
Oh, she does that whenever you go rescue him from almost dying.
Yeah, then you can
She
like
gets so mad at him, bro.
and you can like eavesdrop on them and they're talking about how John's like a deadbeat dad and he'll say some shit and she'll slap him so hard that his face is like a full 90 degrees like parallel to his shoulder.
Wow,
She whops him.
what a healthy, loving couple.
Yeah,
Yeah, goals.
I do like how their story progresses in the epilogue though.
That's fair.
He really straightens up.
Rip.
But yeah, another reason I dove into all this is some of the games I was allowed to play as a child
Mhm.
were autistic child hyperfixation horse games.
Right.
Like
God, I
you know the
remember.
Spirit movie.
Yeah, I know the Spirit
It
movie.
had its own CD-ROM game called Forever Free where like all of Spirit's herd gets captured and sold to people who are using the horses for like very labor intensive and usually abusive tasks. So Spirit has to like get his strength back and free his friends and like nurse Rain back to health. It's
To a
a
Phil Collins soundtrack, obviously.
well, Phil Collins isn't in it, but like the
Yeah, I know.
instrumental soundtrack
I'm
is
just fucking
actually
with
in the
you.
game. It's
I'm just
awesome.
fucking with you.
I
Yeah.
actually have the abandonware on my PC because
Really?
I was like, can I do that? And I found the abandonware on a
Just
website.
like downloaded a ROM. Are you emulating it basically?
Yeah,
That's
I couldn't remember
hilarious.
the word.
The emulator?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a website called My Abandonware, and I like did a lot of research on the website. I was like, okay,
It's not a
if
virus.
I get a virus
Right.
on my $1000
Oh
PC,
my
I
god.
will kill myself.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you like did your due diligence.
Yeah, right before I cleaned it with a microfiber cloth.
Dude. See, I believed you because you're fucking dumb enough to do that shit. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm
You're
not.
brand new to PCs. Yes, you were.
I would Google things. I Google at least once a week, is my cat dying because he does something
That's fair.
weird?
You are too anxious to just try something stupid, I guess. That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
idiot.
Idiot.
Fuck you.
It's okay. I still love you,
Oh, but
Max.
yeah, I did like all the horse games. Like, I detested Barbie as a kid. However, Barbie Mystery Ride, where you're
Oh,
Barbie and you get to pick and name your horse and find your friend's like stolen horse.
that's a thing.
Yeah, it
That's
was
so
so
lit, actually.
fun.
That's fucking cool.
It's like a kidnapping mystery and you have to go through like all these maps and get clues
Carmen San
to
Diego.
find who stole Lucky.
Damn, that's
And there
crazy.
was like this franchise called like Let's Ride, which had a bunch of different like horse-based things. And my favorite one was the one where it was just a barrel racing game.
Mm. Yeah, fuck. I went to middle school, like my mom taught at the middle school I went to, and there was another teacher who also had kids that went to the school or didn't go to school, but they always had this horse game on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no idea what it was, but I was like, "Oh, that's a thing. Like there's girl video games that are just like horse video cuz you wouldn't catch a fucking 12-year-old boy dead playing a horse game typically. Shout out to my horse boys out there, I guess. That's fucking cool if you are into that. But
There's not
it
a
was
lot of
very
horse
clearly
boys.
like dress up your pony kind of game. I was
Yeah, like
and
on
like ride it,
Barbie.com.
but it looked more semi-realistic though.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like riding it around and shit and like wearing the weird like equestrian helmets that are
Yeah.
like the motorcycle helmets.
Oh, for like English writing.
Yeah, it looked like in the stockings and shit
I guess
and like
Western
jumping.
disciplines also are wearing a lot more helmets now because falling off a horse is
Not good for you?
yes.
What? No way.
I've gotten at least 3 concussions from like falling or being thrown off.
I mean, that's fair. You're like fucking almost like 10 feet up in the air. At least your head is. Like a horse can be like 5 feet. And then if you're like, let's say you're like 6 feet tall, 3 feet up, okay, 8 feet in the air. Whoa. It's pretty close. It's still not. I wouldn't want to hit my head on the ground from 8 feet up in elevation.
Yeah,
Hitting, just falling, standing up and hitting your
I've
head.
definitely been thrown like high. Like I remember at a show one time, I was actually doing English for once. I was starting to get into it a little bit, which is the one without the saddle horn.
I don't. I literally have no idea what that. What is that? What's the difference between a Western and an English?
Like saddle.
Like discipline or whatever, like
Western tends
riding
to be like
style.
rodeo, reining, like cowboy hats. It's like the cowboy
Is
sports
barrel
with like
racing like
roping.
a Western?
Yes.
I figured it was because I've only ever seen it at rodeo,
English tends to be like show jumping, dressage, like the very
where you
uptight,
prance it
like
around and like lead it around
yeah,
and
and then like
shit.
the ones where you're in the arena jumping over the poles, like rather than moving
Yeah, I've
around
like
them.
never seen that at a rodeo.
It's in the Olympics.
Right. I'm saying I've
Oh, at
never
a
seen it
rodeo,
at a
yeah.
rodeo.
Yeah, like
That makes
if you
sense.
think horseback riding, like in the English discipline, you're thinking about the Olympics. But yeah, Olympics has cross country dressage and show jumping. Cross country is where you're running through an open field, jumping over like logs and ponds and shit.
With a horse?
Yeah.
How far?
What do you mean?
Like cross country? Like is it like long distance too?
It's
Like
not
cross country running?
not necessarily. Those are like
Oh,
endurance races, and I
oh,
think I'm sure there are some in America, but that tends to be more of like a Middle Eastern sport.
hmm,
But
that's cool.
at least as far as my knowledge goes.
Right.
But English is like the one where you see people basically almost in
And
suits
they're
and
like,
like the
yeah,
high
yeah.
boots.
That's what
Yeah.
I was saying. That's what that game they would
And
always play
then
looked like. Yeah.
anyway, yeah, back to my story, like English saddle does not have the horn on it.
Got
You
it.
rely more on like your core, which I guess in Western you rely more on your core too, but at least like if things go awry, you could grab onto the mane and the saddle horn. The horse I was on freaked out and started like flipping shit,
Whoa.
and I was very new to the discipline, so I went flying over her head and got knocked clean
Whoa.
out whenever I hit the
Oh
ground. And I was wearing
shit.
a helmet.
And did it step on you?
No,
Well,
I
that's
have been
good.
stepped on a few times. I have been run over more than
Fix to say,
once.
like going over the head of the horse. I figure if the horse is moving and
No,
walk all over you.
she like shot to the side as far as I've been told.
Oh.
I did not get stepped on. I just was knocked out on impact.
Damn, that's fucking crazy, dude. Were you wearing a helmet?
Yes, I
Oh,
was
well,
like
that's
11 or
good.
12, so like
Well, that's good at least. Jeez, that's gnarly, bro.
was. I've also been run over more than a few
Was it
times.
like in like a dirt like
Yeah.
corral kind of thing or
Still, whenever you're falling that hard,
Oh
it
yeah, for sure,
sucks.
but it's better than like asphalt, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just would
Crazy.
rather not fall at all, but
I
it's
mean,
part of the
oh yeah,
game.
for sure. For sure. Yeah, I'd rather not fall at all too. I've rode a horse a couple of times. We rode horses in Kyrgyzstan and
Hmm.
like
I
that
want to do
poor
that so
horse,
bad.
that poor fucking horse. It was like a small, scrawny looking horse. Like
Mm,
I looked at it in the eye and I was like,
can I walk?
I was like, damn, bro, I'm fucking sorry for you have to carry my 200-pound
They're
ass.
stronger than they look.
Yeah, but it was like, it was a rough looking horse, man. I was
Fair
like,
enough.
I wouldn't want anyone riding me that's heavy as me, like on my back. That would fucking suck. So I
Did
felt
not
bad for
stay on
that
my back
horse. I
fast
was
enough.
really ginger and nice to that horse, and I was like, "It's okay, yeah, take your time." And he would like go off the trail and like eat something. I would just sit there and be like, "Well,
It's okay.
nothing's happening. I'm fine as long as you're not gonna throw me off of you. I don't care."
Oh, but yeah, but all this, all this discussion, all the video games I play are like in pursuit of the high I had as a child of like getting to ride the horses and then going home and playing horse riding games.
Wow, just double dipping.
Oh no, I really also loved like My Horse and Me for the Nintendo DS.
My
Did you have any childhood games that you just fucking ate up and they were just really simple and stupid?
childhood games that I ate up. Oh man,
Love
I
them.
mean,
Even though you'd go back now and be like, this is dog shit.
like flash games and shit. Those are always fun.
Okay.
Like my gamer tag for forever was like Raze, like Raze,
Mm-hmm.
and that's from a flash game. Like there's
Oh,
a flash game called Raze, and it's super fun.
flash game. Are we talking like cool math games and
Like
stuff and addicting games?
armorgames.com, addicting
You
games,
played
mini
addicting
clip.
games?
Yeah, all the time.
I
Yeah.
loved addicting
And
games.
Newgrounds and
I would
shit.
go over to my childhood friend Alyssa's house, and we had unrestricted internet access,
Hell
as people
yeah.
our age did. And we
Hell
would just,
yeah.
instead of doing the normal thing kids would do, like live leak and stuff, we would just go to like
I still
Hours
think it's
and
fucking
addicting games.
I think it's crazy that you could get to like addicting games or armor games or mini clip or newgrounds on like
Hmm.
school computers back in the day. Because you were playing games where you were like shooting it like there's
Yeah.
blood everywhere and it's fucking crazy. It's like No one cared. Literally, no one
Exactly.
cared. It was so fun, and I turned out fine. Obviously,
I miss the magic that Nintendo DS games had. Even though I was playing like My Horse and Me and Nintendogs, it was so awesome.
yeah. I really like crave like every like once a year or so. I'll just be like, damn, I should buy a Game Boy again, like a Game Boy Advance, like the flip
Yes.
ones. I had a silver flip
I had
Game
like
Boy
a
Advance.
I had like a blue greenish one.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, the like
I was
yeah.
like playing Mario Kart on the DS and like syncing up you and your siblings like Nintendo's like, yeah, we can all race, and then it
Yeah,
would
and
end
you
in like
didn't
a
even need
fight.
internet. It was just Bluetooth, which was
Yes,
badass. There were
it was
geniuses
so
for that.
cool. It was like the peak of technology
For
then.
sure. I remember I got really good at like 5 card draw,
Hmm.
like because the Mario Bros mini game, like the 5 card draw, like
Yeah.
yeah, it's so funny, crazy,
Oh, and
crazy
like Wii
times,
games too, like the random ass Wii games,
dude.
like the Rayman games.
Wii Sports fucks so hard. It's still so
You played
good.
it with me just a couple months
Oh
ago, me and my
yeah,
roommate.
who won? Did you win the bowling?
I don't think so. I'm
I
bad at
think
all
you won. It
bowling.
was either you
I
or
definitely
no
I dominated it.
Cole.
I
No, it
dominated
was
it.
Cole. Cole
Yeah.
definitely won. He spanked us, dude. That guy was like locked in.
I
That was
kicked
fucking
y'all's
awesome.
ass at golf.
Dude, you kicked everyone's ass at golf. Golf on the Wii was the one I like never played
I
as a kid.
actually played I got golf lessons as a kid.
That's so funny. I the only time I've ever swung a golf club is like at like Top Golf and like
Hmm.
putt putt. Like
You didn't
I've
do
never
like golf for
been.
your bachelor.
No.
What did you do for a
I
bachelor?
sat in this fucking living room in that room, just played board games and like drank beers and went to the pool.
That sounds like a vibe.
It was fun.
Oh, I remember it happening. I was like, oh, I wish I could come.
I'm dead. That's so funny. But yeah, I mean, childhood games. That's mainly it.
We really
Like,
liked me and my siblings really liked the Rayman game that had like a bunch of mini games on it.
yeah,
There was like jump rope and like a doodling game where you had to like doodle a food that a rabbit wanted, and if you didn't do it right, he would like flip shit.
that's so funny. A lot of the games I played as a kid are over there on that shelf, the like PlayStation 2 games, like
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars and stuff.
Ooh,
But
the
the thing is,
Lego
like,
games.
I don't think they're shitty. Like, I'd go back and play them
Oh, those
today,
are
like in
fun
a
though.
heartbeat. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like I didn't really know any games that I would like go back and play and be like, oh, this is kind of not good.
Yeah, I have a fond memory with my dad. We were playing like Lego Star Wars like half the day, and then my little siblings went to bed, and then me and my dad stayed up really late. It was probably like 9 or 10 or something. But I
So
was like a
late. Oh
kid,
my
and we were
god.
trying to figure out this one level, and we were stuck. And then we tried going back at it like the next afternoon, and we figured it out like that.
Wow. Look at you, two cool
And Lego
kids.
Batman was so fun,
Lego Batman was lit. I really
like all
liked
the different outfits and stuff.
yeah, unlocking all the different characters.
Yeah,
I really liked the Lego Indiana Jones
that
game
one
on
was
my
fun
D. I had
too.
that on the DS. That was lit. I remember all
That
that
was on DS.
before the cutscenes like had voicing and stuff. So it was just all like,
It feels
hmm,
cursed to have
hmm,
them
hmm,
like with voices now.
yeah. I'm so used to it just being like, hmm,
Huh?
huh,
Hmm.
like that. Like during the cutscenes, they're like punching each other and shit. There's no talking, and it's just the girl going, like,
Ooh,
oh
like 90s
yeah,
porn
dude,
sounds.
yes, dude, yes. I'm just like, bro, that was a time. Like they saved so much fucking money with having no voice lines in that too. Like because they
Yes.
didn't have to translate it. Like so funny. Great times, great
Oh yeah,
times.
like for some reason the way the Lego characters would die was just like endlessly entertaining because they would just like fucking explode into
Fall
Lego
apart.
pieces.
Yeah, genius. That's so much. And the sound of those games,
Hmm.
the clicking and the
Ingrained
clacketing.
into my
Oh
brain.
yeah, dude. Scratches an itch, like for
Hmm.
sure.
Very satisfying. We should have like a Lego Star Wars night.
That'd be fun. I think I
Be lit.
have a lot of Lego games already.
I also like
I've
the
got the
Lego Harry
Lego
Potter
Hobbit
ones.
ones on PC, and I've got
Okay.
a lot. I got a decent
Are
number
the
of
Lego
Lego
games
games.
on Steam?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, for
No
sure.
way.
No, for sure, they're on there.
Hell yeah.
Especially even like the old ones. I'm sure you could get on
Oh
Steam.
god, I want them.
You should wait for like the spring sale or the
Yeah.
summer sale. I'm sure they'll go on sale at some point. They always typically do. I think I saw the like Skywalker Saga, the
Mm-hmm.
remake one on sale the other
That one
day.
has voice lines. I won't play anything with
Yeah,
voice lines.
I'll play it. I wish they would just have a mode that you could switch on to be like make it the classic like Lego
You know
story.
what game I want a specific mode for?
What?
I want Baldur's Gate 3 to just have a dating simulator mode.
We've been over this.
I know.
Not like you
I
don't
want
already
them to
play
have
it
a
like that
mode. I
anyways.
want them to have a mode where they
Just
just remove the combat because I'm not smart enough for the Baldur's Gate combat.
just cheat. Just like open up the console and like give yourself invulnerability or something like
I'm not smart enough to figure that out.
cheat codes. You don't know how to do cheat
Oh,
codes?
I do that for
Google it.
Sims all the time. Another
Yeah.
childhood game of
Hell
mine.
yeah. I didn't ever play that as a kid.
I was one of those people who would definitely make families with many kids with like my crushes at the time.
That's so creepy. Oh
That's
my
not an
god.
uncommon thing. That happens with a lot of people,
I'm sure
especially
it does.
girls
It's still
who
creepy.
played it in like middle and high
Just
school.
because it's not uncommon doesn't mean it's not creepy.
Tis not.
Lots of people get stalked. That doesn't mean it's not creepy. Don't look at me like this. You know I'm right.
Quit trying to make me the bad guy. It's a
And
very normal
we're
antisocial
both
middle
bad
schooler
guy.
thing.
Jesus Christ, dude. Cry me a fucking river. You're roller coaster tycoon where you just have a guy on a loop de loop forever.
Like making the euthanasia coaster.
Dude, you just dude, like the G force, you measure it. It's like, yeah, he's pulling 30 G's. He's fucking dead.
Have you seen the things people do to the villagers in Minecraft?
Dude, yeah, Blaze fucking will just make like the most atrocious like armor, like iron farms and shit. It's like a permanently like a zombie trying to get to a villager and it spawns iron golems. Like that's what triggers the spawn rate for them. And like he'll just like have them just in like a room like full of villagers and
Dang.
just like pulling them out one by one to get them to trade exactly what he wants. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, bro. This is fucked. Like you go over to his side of the map and he's just got a fucking sweatshop with like a little column with each different kind of villager trader. I'm just like, okay, well, I'll be going.
He's got a slave farm.
I'm just like, oh my god, dude, it's fucking hilarious. So good. Well, you got anything else, bro?
No, what are we at? We can keep talking.
I mean, we're at like right at an hour.
Okay, yeah.
We're chilling.
This is going to be our least listened to episode.
I feel like it's going to be a certified banger. This will be a sleeper episode for sure. A deep cut, if you will, in the Wenches and Wizards lore.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Getting into the lore of the wench.
All right. Well, you got anything you want to tell the kind folks at home listening?
The only ethical consumption under capitalism is eating box.
Jesus Christ. Well, and with that, chat, we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.